Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here, and I finally got access to Warcraft Arclight Rumble closed beta, and oh boy, this is a game that I have really been waiting for. And many of the same things that are drawing me to Hearthstone Mercenaries are also drawing me to Warcraft Arclight Rumble. So now that I've been playing the game for a week, I figured I would make a video comparing the two a little bit and showcasing some of the things that Blizzard seems to be getting right in Arclight Rumble, despite just getting them so wrong with Hearthstone Mercenaries. It's really amazing. These are products from the same company. And yeah, well, there are of course differences. I mean, Hearthstone Mercenaries is a turn-based game in the vein of Pokemon, for example, whereas Warcraft Arclight Rumble is a Clash Royale style game. So it's a real-time game. Real-time tower defense, tower attack, however you want to call the archetype. But of course, that's a bit of a difference. And sadly, you cannot just go ahead and play Warcraft Arclight Rumble right now. The game is in closed beta. You can gain access through contests from time to time. Actually, I gained access myself through the battlecry contest. They gave 200 keys for people who were able to come up with some inspiring battle cries. So yeah, that sort of contest I will be making news when they have new contests, so you will be able to participate as well. But yeah, despite the difference between turn-based and real-time, there are still some of the same things that are drawing me to both of these games. First of all, I really think of these games as puzzle games. Warcraft Arclight Rumble, unlike Clash Royale, offers an extensive PvE campaign, and those PvE fights, they are really puzzles, and the difficulty ramps up quite quickly, so there are tens and tens of maps to solve. And the difference between these puzzle games is that in Mercenaries, you play like 15 minutes until you get to the boss, and then that's the puzzle that you're trying to solve. And then if you fail to solve that, well, you go through another 15 minutes before you get to the puzzle. Whereas in Arclight, you're in action immediately. This is the puzzle that you're trying to solve. You get to do that puzzle right away, straight away. No time has been wasted in any of the other stuff that you would have to do. You just get to play what you want to be playing. And the same approach also applies to progress. How do you progress in Hearthstone Mercenaries? Well, mostly if you really want to progress, you grind Heroic 1-1. In Arclight Rumble, you have quests. Quests have you complete random maps. Random maps that you have already completed in the campaign. So the pool becomes bigger as you become more advanced in the game. And basically it's almost like if bounties in Hearthstone Mercenaries were actually relevant. That you would have to do bounties and hey, I do this bounty and I get a reward. And one of the fun parts, quests also upgrade randomly. For example, this picture, epic quest, reward a ton of unit XP. So all of a sudden, sometimes you get a better quest, sometimes you get these surprise rewards, you get more stuff than you expected. It's just fun, because you get surprised in positive ways. And I can't help but compare these surprises to mystery nodes in Hearthstone Mercenaries. You go to a mystery node with a sense of dread. Okay, there's a chance that this might be something good, but this might be something really, really bad and ruin my entire run. That doesn't happen in Arclight Rumble. If you get surprise, it's a positive surprise. You get something more, you get something better, you get something to be excited for. Uncertainty in this game is actually fun, because it's only a positive upside. And speaking of doing meaningful things to progress, you can upgrade your leaders in Warcraft Arclight Rumble, kind of like you can get some equipment unlocked for your mercenaries in Mercenaries. Tasks and heroic bounties unlock equipment. Well, in order to upgrade your leaders, you can do weekly dungeons. And these dungeons offer actually meaningful challenges, different bosses that you need to fight. You can try it multiple times, your best run on the week counts. And in the future, there's also going to be raids. Raids have not been implemented yet. But again, we have this doing meaningful, interesting content versus something a lot less engaging. Arclight Rumble has also made a mini-game out of acquiring new units, acquiring new heroes. In Mercenaries, you can get them from loot boxes, which is not very interactive and not very interesting, or you can grind for them. The upside of grinding for a hero is that you know that all of this progress that you're doing is going to ultimately reward you that exact hero. And that is something that Arclight Rumble doesn't have, because you're not guaranteed to get any specific unit or hero. But the shop is pretty fun. Shop that you use in-game currency in, I mean. You can buy stuff with gold. They're on this grid, on this 3x3 grid. And these are random units. And Every once in a while the grid is going to repopulate, and every time you buy something from it, the grid is going to move, and there's going to be new stuff added to it. So all the time you have these chances to be surprised, chances to get something interesting, although in this case it also means that you're not guaranteed to get specific things that you would want. So you might have to spend quite some time to get something specific. So that's also kind of a negative point. Oh yeah, that currency in Arclight Rumble. In Mercenaries, you have coins for every single mercenary. In Arclight Rumble, you earn gold. You spend gold to buy all sorts of units. You spend gold to buy experience for all units. You spend gold to do things, and you have multiple ways to earn gold. Like, how hard can it be? Single currency. To do stuff that you want to be doing, instead of getting stuff that you really don't want. As for replayability, currently Hearthstone Mercenaries has these periodic events where you have to solve your old bounties in some kind of different ways. Alright, that's some replayability at least. In Arclight Rumble, this is kind of already inbuilt. For example, here's my look at the Barons right now. I have completed Barons once with that Blackrock army, so I have that one mark in all of this. And there's 3 empty spots. So if I complete Barons again with 3 different armies, let's say Alliance army, Horde army, I get marks over there and I get more gold from that conquest. So replayability in solving the same puzzles in multiple ways is already built into the game. And also in the next patch there should be a PvE endgame system that would be infinitely replayable and should be the main source of gold in the game. And yeah, we're also going to get a PvE endgame for Hearthstone Mercenaries maybe next year for a game that was already published 1 year ago, whereas Warcraft Arclight Rumble was announced in May and it's in closed beta and it's just about to get its PvE endgame system. Yeah. And obviously Blizzard is going to be interested in, okay, how to make money with these games. I mean, who could have guessed? But there are ways to make money and there are ways to make money. You look at Mercenaries shop, it's very expensive, it's not very interesting. Nothing there makes you very enthusiastic. I mean, maybe you buy them because you really want to get some progress, but you're not very happy about it. Whereas in Arclight Rumble, there's dynamic offers. I was able to clear Strangleton, hey, I get some offer. I was able to clear Barons, get to Ashen Vale, hey, would you like to buy this thing? The things that are being offered in the Arclight Rumble shop are just a lot more exciting. They're also a lot cheaper. So individual purchases are really micro purchases. You're not having to spend a ton of money for very little reward in this game. And another thing, the overall spending is limited. You can buy gold in the shop, but you can only buy a certain amount of gold each week. So you actually can't spend anywhere near Diablo Immortal type of money in Warcraft Arclight Rumble. Yeah, you can still spend a lot of money in this game. I counted that you can probably use like more than $1,000 per year on Arclight Rumble if you just buy everything that's being offered. But like, that's not that much compared to what is being spent in many other places. Sure, that still makes you a whale, but they're capping whales into low 4 figures instead of like high 5 figures. I actually got the idea for this video because I've been playing a lot of Arclight Rumble over the past week, and now I played some Mercenaries because I was updating my Heroic Tours and Bounty Guide. And I spent so much time just climbing to the boss over and over again so that I could test various things. So the Mercenaries' main pain point really is that there's so much meaningless stuff that you have to do. You have to do a ton of meaningless stuff in order to get to do the fun things. And in Arclight Rumble, you just do the fun things all the time. And you gain rewards by doing the fun things. You get rewards for playing the game. Not thinking about, okay, how do I have to grind this, or okay, I would like to test something out here, but I have to do 1 million things before I actually get to do the test. None of that happens in Arclight Rumble. You just play the game and you get rewards. What an incredible concept. However, it should be noted that Arclight Rumble is by no means perfect. I mean, the game is still a big grind. There is so much to do. There are so many units that you can gather, there are so many units that you can level, and leveling all of those up, it's going to take a long time. Of course, that long time is spent actually playing the game and doing fun things. So yeah, is that really a grind? It's also time gated, at least for now, because your spending with real money, which actually has an effect, is limited. You can't just buy infinite things with real money. And also, there are not infinite ways to earn gold immediately, although the PvE endgame, which is coming soon, should offer you a repeatable way to earn gold. And there are also some barrier to entry issues with the PvP in Warcraft Arclight Rumble. Levels are normalized, so you take your units, your minis to a PvP match, and okay, all the units are of the same level. Even though other one has maybe played a ton more, they have like level 25 units and you have level 5 units, but they're all the same in PvP except for talents. You can still gain an edge with talents, and talents are only unlocked once you're a little bit deeper into the game, so PvP still has a barrier to entry in this game as well. And as I keep playing the game, I'm sure I will figure out more things that could be improved with this game as well. But the really big thing is that Arclight Rumble respects your time as a player, and Hearthstone Mercenaries does not. And that's a fundamental thing that really would need to be fixed for Hearthstone Mercenaries to be more fun. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.